it's Pastor Ben and Pastor Duane putting a little video together for you.
Hey, welcome. It is good to see you. We are excited. We are getting ready to open church on June 14th, and we have some information for you to share with you. First of all, we would like to share, if you do not feel well, if you have any doubts at all or any fears at all, please do not come. Stay home. We are going to continue doing the videos online and also the DVDs. It's okay not to come. It will be posted on Mondays though, the YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, so if you have any doubts or any concerns or any fears or you're just not comfortable with coming, please stay home. If you feel sick, please stay home. But we are so excited to begin worshiping with you again in person here on June 14th. Also, to keep in mind that church, we're going to start at 10:10, just like we always do. So we're keeping that the same, even though there's no Sunday school. And also, despite the fact that there's no Sunday school, we've been very fortunate to have the Nailers have been sending out packets to the children, and Pam Lasher has been doing some virtual lessons that we're going to post on Facebook soon. If you haven't been able to get access to either of those, please get a hold of the church office, and we'll make sure that that your children will be able to get those while we continue meeting without having Sunday school at this time. We also hate to tell you that, as well as not having Sunday school, that also means we will not have the nursery in service for when we start meeting again also. So we apologize for that, but that's just the best and safest way we can do things at this time. Stay tuned also, this does not relate to coming back together to church, but we will not be having regular Bible school, but we will be having virtual Bible school, so stay tuned for that also. So we're going to show you some things about what to expect, how things might look a little different for you when you come back on June 14th.
First of all, as you get here to church and you're parking in the parking lot, we ask you to try to park at least one space apart. Don't park right next to each other. Also, as you're walking in, try to social distance. If it's another family coming, walking past your car, wait a little bit till they're past, and then get out and walk into the building.
So a question you're likely wondering about is masks. Well, since we are trying to follow CDC guidelines, the CDC recommends the use of masks. So as you enter the building, we are encouraging that you would wear a mask as well for the time that we meet together. So as you enter the church, you'll be entering through door B. You might not realize that this is door B, but it is. The doors out the front are called door A. The doors in the way back are called door C. This is door B. And this will be your main point of entry and exit, unless there's an emergency. If there's not any kind of emergency, we're asking that you only use door B. So please plan accordingly, because I know there are some folks who like to use door A. You'll notice that the doors are propped open. There will either be this brick holding the door open, or there might be a person there holding it for you. You'll also notice that the lights are on. And see, these doors are open as well. The whole thing with this is to not touch things. So the lights will be on, doors will be propped open, and with that in mind, you'll be able to walk through here without touching anything. You'll notice arrows on the floor, and the basic principle is that you're going to enter through the fellowship hall, and when you come out of the sanctuary, we're going to enter through the other hall. But Duane here is going to show you something we've got.
One thing also is we have hand sanitation stations for you. Hand sanitizer, cleaner, paper towels, located here, located on the narthex table, and located outside the bathroom door. Please use those as you feel needed.
So we're following the arrows through the fellowship hall. Notice the doors are propped open. You also notice that the curtains are closed off, and that's just to make a direct path for you to follow. And of course, you may assume that since the kitchen door is closed and this curtain is also closed, that coffee time, or coffee kitchen as some call it, is postponed or canceled until further notice. So just make your way towards the sanctuary. Oh, hello there. If you have to use the bathroom, you'll notice that in the women's restroom and the men's restroom alike, there's some disinfectant cleaner. So if you would like to use the disinfectant cleaner to wash anything you use, have at it. Once you're done using the bathroom, it's kind of common sense, but wash your hands and use soap. Wash for 20 seconds. And when you're done, you can dry your hands off with a paper towel and use a paper towel to open the door to come back out into the hallway, because the bathroom doors are the only doors that will be closed. You can throw your paper towel in that trash can there, and of course, here's another hand sanitizing station if you need to use it.
As you come into the narthex, you'll notice on the narthex table, all that's there is the cleaning station. There are no bulletins, there are no newsletters, there are no upper rooms. There's nothing on the table, nothing for you to touch, nothing for you to pick up. You'll also notice things are blocked off. We ask that you do your best in not touching things if at all possible. The other thing is the offering plates you'll see are outside of the doors of the sanctuary. We will not be passing plates during the service. So you can either place your offering in there on the way in or on the way back out.
We would ask that when you enter the sanctuary that you enter through middle doors. And when you come into the sanctuary, you may notice that the windows are open. We're kind of kicking it old school, because right now, the way we understand, it might not be the best to use the air conditioning, so we're just going to do ventilation with the windows currently. As you come in, you'll notice that the pews are roped off. So find an appropriate pew that isn't roped off and enter into that pew. We ask that you would sit in family units, but maybe 2 family units can sit in the pew as long as they keep distance between them of 6 feet, the social distancing distance. You'll also notice that there are no Bibles, there are no hymnals. In fact, we are instituting a BYOB policy for the church, that is, bring your own Bible.
So a couple things to know about the actual service itself. There will be no mics passed during the service, so that means during announcements and during prayer time, we will not be passing the mic for those. So we ask in advance that you either send them to Ben or I through either email, text, or by calling us so that it can be announced from the pulpit. The other thing is during singing, during the service, we will not allow the congregation to sing. That's a recommendation coming that we should not allow singing. So you will be allowed to hum. I know we don't like that at all, and hopefully that will change here in the near future. But for now, there'll be no singing with the songs. The words will be put up on the screen like we would normally do.
We know that some of these things might seem a little cumbersome and just silly, but we're just trying to use an abundance of caution while we meet together, and we're hoping that we can take some of these restrictions away as we get further into the summer. Now, as we ask that when you enter, you come through the middle door and that you enter one of these pews that don't have ropes on them. But when you exit, you will actually be dismissed by ushers, and you can exit either through the middle or through the left, or the right, if you're on that side. And what we're trying to do is avoid everyone leaving at one time and trying to keep the traffic level down. So whichever door you exit the sanctuary out of, you'll find arrows that guide you to the classroom hallway, which is where you'll go to exit the building. Again, we know it might seem a little funny to be dismissed and exit in small groups. And we know we're a church, and koinonia, which is Greek for fellowship, is a huge part of church. So we do encourage fellowship, but we encourage it to take place outside in the parking lot while practicing social distancing. And, Duane and I will actually be out in the parking lot to talk to you if you have a need or a concern, to say hello, but we won't be at the back door shaking hands like usual.
So please remember, if you're not feeling well or you feel uncomfortable at all, please feel free to stay home and watch the service Monday online, or we can get you a DVD. Please let us know.
Also, again, we know that these stipulations and things we're asking you to do everyone might not be a fan of it, but it's not so much about being scared of getting sick yourself. It's also about trying to do what we can to help others not get sick. So we're in this together, and we're going to work at this as best we can. It's the first time any of us have tried to reopen a church after a virus has gone through. So bear with us as we work out the details. Also, if you want to reserve a room for use during the week for like a team meeting or whatever, please be sure to contact Christy, the office manager, to schedule where you want to have your meeting. She's going to keep track of which rooms are used and what nights they're used, and there will be cleaner in the rooms for you to clean up after yourself afterwards. We are excited to meet in this building again. Duane and I have been tired of preaching to nobody, and we're just happy that we have this opportunity for corporate worship, and we just pray that these moments will allow us to give praise to the Lord, who deserves it above all else. Stay tuned for more as we go along, and thank you for bearing with us through these difficult times.
Look forward to seeing you soon.
Amen.